We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome back, fam. Welcome back. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. It's an honor and pleasure to be in the spirit of personal development. You are at the right place at the right time. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Welcome to Coin Gang Ministries. My name is Ken Billions, if you didn't know. And I just want to tell you, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here, right? You could be doing something else, but you're here. This is a place where you come in ordinary and you leave extraordinary. But before we get started, if you can see me, press 1, and if you can hear me, press 2. If everything is top shelf or nothing, go ahead and press that 12 and let me know that we're good, right? Because everything got to be pristine. If it ain't right, it ain't right. So wherever you are, I hope you're being appreciated and not tolerated. Wherever you are, I hope you are amongst people that really rock with you, right? And I hope that your year is going as planned, right? I hope you're being what you said that you wanted to be. And I hope that you're doing what you said that you wanted to do. This is Coin Gang Ministries, the #1 home for personal development. This is ministry for the abstract mind, and it's a safe space for everybody out there that has an out-the-box philosophy. When you come in the chat, go ahead and smash the like button, right? Trigger the algorithm. Let me know where you at. Say what's up. And we're going to continue where we left off today. Or, excuse me, a few weeks prior. We're going to continue with our series of 10 laws of accountability. If you have babies, please keep them close to you. And if you have someone in your life that's really loving on you, let them. Because this love thing, this love thing is super duper hard. So if you have someone in your life that's checking for you, if you have someone in your life that's loving on you, please let them love on you. Please let them check for you, because this love thing, this relationship thing is very, very, very complicated, right? And a lot of times we forget about the human in the relationship. We're so focused on the marriage. We're so focused on the relationship. We're so focused on the intimacy that we forget there's a human inside the production. So please be patient with each other, right? Do not forget each other's humanity. Do not forget that the person on the other side of that room that you're so angry at, do not forget that that's a human being, all right? And don't expect something out of them that you can't be, right? So please give each other grace, all right? So if you have somebody in your life, give each other grace, because you never know. That may be the person that you're supposed to be with. You never know. So we're going to continue our series of 10 laws of accountability. I hope all the laws that we went over, I hope that you've been able to use it in your life to scale. I hope that you've been able to use it in your life to make changes, because the best ability is accountability. And that word right there, everybody sidesteps. Nobody wants to be accountable. Nobody wants to raise their hand and say, yo, all that is my fault. Nobody wants to say, yo, I was wrong. I didn't know what I was doing. I was operating based off the information that I knew at the time. Nobody wants to say that, because accountability is scary, okay? But in order to be accountable, you got to learn to trigger through. So throughout this whole accountability series, one thing that we've done is breathe. The majority of us are not breathing correctly. We are in a constant state of fight or flight. That's why we take everything so personally. We are breathing through our mouth all day, and we are not taking deep breaths. So in order to be accountable, you have to learn to you have to learn to breathe. You can't be accountable if you're in fight or flight. You're always going to be easily triggered. You're never going to hear the things you're supposed to hear because you're always going to be tense. Everything's always going to be an attack. And you're not going to be in a position to actually lean into the fact that the problem might be you. In our 10 laws of accountability, we say the problem is always us. Always. If I'm in the building and something goes wrong, it's my fault. If I'm the captain of this ship and something is off with the crew, it's my fault. I didn't give the instructions properly. I picked them, right? I didn't communicate effectively with them. If we don't get the results that we want in our life, it is our fault. It's not the system. It's not capitalism. It's not communism. It's not socialism. It's not the war in Ukraine. It's not the BRICS. None of that. Right now in America, if you don't get what you think you should get, it's your fault. And that's actually our topic for today, which is Law 2. Law 2 is, you get what you put in. You get what you put in. Now, this is an important law because all of us are on social media in other people's business, right? So we see blue checks on vacation, or Sierra getting married, or this person buying a car, but you don't know what they put in. But you say you want that life, but you don't even know what that is. So you got to be careful, because you could be wanting and desiring something and you don't even know what that looks like. So be very careful. You only get what you put in. Now, the 10 laws of accountability are personal laws that I practice. So getting what I put in is a lesson that I learned on my own, and I had to learn the hard way. So once upon a time, your boy Ken Billions was in hotep hatred. I had hotep hatred. For real. I was a hating hotep, in hotep hatred. Let me show you some of the things that I was on that made me be in hotep hatred. I hated everything. I hated white snow. I hated white styrofoam cups. Yeah, I was in hotep hatred, right? A handkerchief head. This is when hotep meant something when you said it to somebody. But when I got the information, I was broken and I was looking for a tribe to affiliate myself with. And I found the hoteppers. I found the pro-blacks, and when I hit it hard. So much so that I didn't understand that I can only get from the game what I put in. You know, I was on things like this. This is Minister Farrakhan, The Making of the White Man. You know how old this is? This is what I was on. See, I was in hotep hatred. So much that I thought I should be able to tell people how to spend their money. You know, you can fix the community with that money. But I don't know what they put in, though. The nerve, right? See, hotep hatred does that. Hotep hatred has you in delusion to think that you can tell other people what to do with their resources. See, I was on this. Farrakhan, The Making of the White Man, Yaqub, banging two metal rods together, getting the weak gene out of the black man, right? Over and over and over again until he come up with the white man, blah, blah, blah. See, this was all about the Yakub story, right? So I hated white styrofoam, white snow, Barry White, Vanna White, white teeth, anything. Because I was in hotep hatred. And when you're in hotep hatred, when you're coming into the knowledge, especially coming from poverty, you come into it the wrong way. You come in with it with anger. But my anger was misdirected. My anger was because of my home life. Because I was wishing upon a star that I had something different going on in my world. I wish me and mama was closer. I wish my daddy was there. I wish that I didn't live in poverty. I wish that I didn't hear these gunshots. I wish that I didn't get free lunch. I wish that we was closer. See, I was wishing on a star. So when I ran to find me a tribe, I found Malachi York. I found the science of creation, right? I found blackness. And when I found blackness, it made me very angry. The making of the white man. This is like 5 hours long. I was listening to this as a teenager. All right? Bobby Hemmett, what if the God you serve is the devil? Adulteroff. See, I just look like this. It's a lot of shit in here, right? This is what is about a demiurge named Adulteroff. Right? The Abrahamic God that we call on is a demiurge based on Gnostic traditions. I was young with this stuff. And it put me on or in hotep hatred. Now, I'm not talking about the teachers. I'm talking about myself. See, it would be different if I found it now. But I found it as a broken young man. So it put me in rage. Right? What if the God you serve is the devil? I was into occult science 20 years ago. Right? More Farrakhan. The torchlight for America. I was in hotep hatred, y'all. I'm not playing. Black, 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 black. Black, 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 black. You know how broke I was? And my excuse for my productivity was as if I'm going, the meek shall inherit the earth. You know, money is bad. The system is so corrupt. The Most High is going to come back and correct this thing. That was 20 years ago. Right? I was in what I call hotep hatred. More Farrakhan. Torchlight for America. When people tell me to do my research, it chuckles me. The individuals that just stumbled on Hidden Colors yesterday. They just stumbled on Black Wall Street yesterday. 20 years ago, I was studying Atlantis and Lemuria. Moorish science about jurisdiction and venue. Taj Tariq Bey, Lord Abba, Alim Bey, you name it. Tell me, do my research? You mean like this? French Fanon, black skin, white mask? Like this? Oh, study your history. This ain't my history. This is a man's book. My history is personal. It's not what Langston Hughes did. My history is not what they did during civil rights. That's their legacy. My history is who I was 10 years ago. My history has nothing to do with the group. But I used to think it did when I was in hotep hatred. Do your research, Ken. What you mean? Like France Fanon? Huh? Like France Fanon? getting with the nation of gods and earths, not eating Skittles and Starbursts because it got pork in it, shit like that. Listening to poor righteous teachers, Cannabis Channel Zero, Razzcast Nature of the Threat. You mean stuff like that? Do your research. Stuff like that. KRS-One, stuff like that. Behold the Pale Horse, Anthony Hilder, Steve Coakley. You mean stuff like that? I just look like this. Oh, okay. Do your research. What you mean, like W.E.B. Du Bois, Souls of Black Folks? See, when I say that I was in hotep hatred, that's a real thing. And I found this shit at the wrong time because I was broken. So when I found this stuff, it just more enraged me. And it did not make my life better. It didn't make me a more official friend. It didn't make me easy to be around. I was angry. Because I was looking for family and looking for a tribe. I had a death wish. And I thought that if I soak up all this information, I would be righteous. So even though I was poor and broke, I thought because I read these books that I have more value than a millionaire. Hotep hatred. See, I understand where people are at when they fall into the knowledge now. They are quick to tell somebody, do your research. I used to say the same thing. Do your research. You don't know. You're lost. So I know where they're at. But my intro to this shit is not Tariq Nasheed. My intro to this is not Hidden Colors. My intro to this is VHS tapes. Right? The N-word. Yo. Hotep hatred. Our second law that we're dealing with in accountability is you get what you put in. But because I was soaking all this information up and it was putting me in hotep hatred, I thought that I was supposed to get something back from what other people earn. I thought, well, the government owes me, so I'm going to use this EBT card. See, I didn't think that me using an EBT card when I didn't need it messed up my hustle, but it did. It took something away from me because I was moving with an entitlement attitude, and I thought I was sticking it to the government, but I was sticking it to my own creativity and my own productivity. I was counting that EBT card next month. Oh yeah, it's 500. I could use it, right? See, I wasn't pulling myself up by the bootstraps. That's an entitlement mentality. Well, reparations and the government owes me. And guess what? When I swiped the EBT card, I also took that mentality into other shit. See, how we do one thing is how we do everything. So I wasn't getting over. I was taking an L because I didn't need it. But I was like, the government done took from my ancestors. Hotep hatred. The N-word. Oh, man. Psychology of the African American slave. Psychic trauma. Psychic trauma. Hours and hours and hours doing this. For my people. For my people. There was no perks in what I was doing. It's a bunch of symbolism. That's right, brother. Teach, brother. Go ahead, brother. But I wasn't getting nothing back. I have nothing to show for none of this shit. None of it. None of it. I don't even use it right now. All these books that I'm getting was in my stash. I don't use none of this. Because none of this can tell me how to make money from a computer. None of this can tell me how to figure out an algorithm, how to build an email list, what is bounce rate, how to build websites. I can't use none of this information. None of it. Respect to the scholars. But I'm talking about for Ken. This shit put me in hotep hatred with information that I can't use. But I was woke though. And you know what I was doing? I would see a black man in a nice car and be like, huh, brother, you could have spent your money on something else. There's homeless people. But he worked for that, though. He worked for that. Where the hell do I get off telling him how to spend his money and he worked for that? He want to buy a Benz? What that got to do with homeless people? Hotep hatred. Oh. Elijah Muhammad, How to Eat to Live. Elijah Muhammad said people on Mars is 1,000 years old. Oh, yeah. You can't tell me to do my research. Are you tripping? Do you even know how to get your hands on this? This is my young 20 shit. Hotep hatred. Respect to Elijah Muhammad. He has some good info. Don't cook on certain type of pots. Eat one meal a day. If you can skip days with eating, do it. Now that I can use. But he was talking about Mars. It's interesting because Elon and them are trying to go to Mars. Elijah Muhammad been talking about that. Not surprising though. Look at the Shriner shit on his hat. Master Shriner. So it's not surprising that he was talking about Mars in this book. Rasta resistance. Hotep hatred. My mind was stuck. My mind was stuck on this. None of this that I'm showing you, even though I respect the work, none of this was telling Ken how to put something in. I was not making an investment anywhere. I didn't even go to college because my belief was so much in this. I believed that if you went to Harvard, that's white man. That's white man knowledge. I believed that if you went to Yale or Princeton or HBCU, it's just white man knowledge. It don't matter. I was committed. Rasta resistance. Oh, they came before Columbus. Ivan Van Sertima. We was already here, beloved. The Olmec statues. That's really us. We was here. Niggas want to claim everything. See, black people was here. Black is a social classification, sir. That doesn't mean anything. Everybody with dark skin, they don't know they're black. That's a social. That's for social status. Why he walks around calling himself a crown? But you want to claim everything. Look, it's black. Ivan Van Sertima. Your boy was in Hotep hatred. Oh, Lord. Sheikh Anti-Diop. The African origins of civilization. When I say that I was going in that direction head first like a bull in a glass store, I'm not lying. And I've read all of this shit. And I don't use none of it now. I was listening to Gary Vee earlier because he's talking about social media. That's what I use. Where can I use African origins of civilization now? What debate? How does that serve my life? It's cool when I have free time, but it still put me in Hotep hatred. Chancellor Williams, destruction of black civilization. Never tell me to do my own research. Destruction of black civilization. The Africans who wrote the Bible. Hotep hatred. So much so that anybody that I seen with brown skin, if I seen them winning in life, they gotta be Illuminati. You had the do a blood sacrifice. You know how disrespectful that is? That man or that woman worked hard to get where they're at. They did things I didn't do. And just because they didn't take my route, right? I automatically put their achievements down. See, that's what this knowledge shit does. Because someone doesn't go your route, you automatically put them down. Because it's only one way to get there based off the hotepping. See, I did it, right? And I expected to eat off other people's plate. You really, really, really want to see how people feel about you? Make some money. Make some paper. See, that money, right? Look, for example, I seen you, beloved. I was going to double back. Appreciate you, Lee. 10 Laws of Accountability. That's my next ebook. It's coming. Do y'all know what a super chat does to somebody watching from the cloud? Now, we're talking about niggas now. When a super chat comes across the screen, that makes people go absolutely crazy. Especially when it ain't 2,000 people in the video. When people see a super chat, because you got to remember, people watch from the cloud. Even though it's $9.99, people be sick. You know why? It's hotep hatred. Because people add that shit up. Wait a minute. That and that and that and that. You know, a lot of people watch content from their jobs. So when someone super chats, the person sees that from a job that they don't like working. People will unalive you for that shit. It's that serious. That's what overload of information does to you. But you don't know what I put in for that $9.99 beloved gave me. You don't know what I did. You don't know what I've been through. Right? You don't know what I put in to get that. You don't know what time it took me to come up with the 10 laws of accountability. You don't know. Right? But when you are in hotep hatred, you don't care. See, the other side of hotep hatred is conspiracy hatred. So on this side, you have hotep hatred. On the other side, it's about government conspiracies. Right? Aliens and flying saucers and things like that. And you're in that kind of hatred. The Matrix, the red pill, the blue pill, the black pill. All these pills going around. Preferably, I prefer a Molly. But that's neither here nor there. All these pills going around. Black pill, blue pill, and everybody that subscribes to these pills, how's their overall attitude? Is it making them a cooler dude? Right? Is the divestment making women cooler? Are you a better friend to your homegirls? What is this shit doing? Both men and women now expect to get something that they didn't even put in. People feel entitled to shit. See, you got hotep hatred, conspiracy hatred, pill hatred, identity hatred. I'm in this group. Everybody's in a group. You know how we know everybody's in a group? If a man and woman is arguing, and that woman says something about that man, it will be flipped into she's talking about men as a whole. If that man has an individual beef with that woman and cusses her out, the story will be he has a problem with women. You know why? Identity hatred. Everybody's in groups. Ain't nobody showing up solo dolo repping themselves. Right? But I get it. I was running around at a time of my life looking for identity too. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And when you don't know who you are, y'all, you will expect things that you did not put in. You will expect to receive some shit off another woman's plate. Oh, Sierra came out with a song for independent women. And the women said, Sierra, we want your life. How you know? How you know? We want what you got. But you didn't put in what she put in. You don't know what that is. What is that man's kinks? Do you know? Does that man have any deviancy that you would find appalling but Sierra's with? Do you know? See? You get what you put in. Now, when you are watching and judging things from a distance, you don't know what's what. Never look at somebody's relationship and say, you want that. Because you don't know what that is. You have what you have based on what you put in. Because if you a woman and whatever you and your husband got going on and y'all post fire pictures and women hit your chat and they say goals, in your mind, you're saying to yourself, sis, you don't want this. My husband sucks. Oh yeah. It's shit that goes on like that. No judgment. But you don't know. The only thing you can be accountable for is for what you put in. Everybody has to be accountable for what they put in. Because what you put in is what you're going to get back. You put in 0, you get back 0. You put in fuckery, you get back fuckery. You put in positivity, that's what you get back. The only thing that most people are focused on about putting something in is children. The mind doesn't go past that. I want children. That seed. People have very popularized that word right now. The seed, the seed, the seed. So that's the only investment that people make. But that ain't the only thing that you can birth, though. In fact, there's something more powerful than you birthing children, ladies and gentlemen. And what's more powerful than that is an ideal. You can give birth to ideals. Many of you are not getting nothing back because you don't have an ideal outside of having babies. That is your biggest ideal. That is your biggest aha moment. You're bored as hell. Oh, I want children. Why? I don't know. Because I need meaning. Why don't you birth an ideal? Where's your ideals at? You are watching me from a screen. That ideal came out of a human's mind. I would argue, and no disrespect to anybody who's watching, these screen ideals are more popping than the children that you're giving birth to. Your children are not going to have no effect on the world outside of sucking up the white man's air. Trigger through it. This is accountability. You're just having babies because you have the reproduction to do it. That's your best ideal? Out of all the things that you can give birth to, the best thing that you can do was have babies. Like the earth is begging you to have more babies. Like the birds and nature is begging you to have more babies. You had babies because you had no ideals. You had babies because that was the highest level of your creativity. You have babies because you're afraid to chase your dreams. So when that baby's in your hands, it don't know that you're a failure. It doesn't know that you're lazy. It doesn't put judgment on you like that. But see, when that baby gets 15, you don't want the child no more. You only want the child when it's little because it doesn't look at you like that. But when it gets 15 and 21 and it starts looking at you and it starts asking questions, mama and daddy, what you been doing this whole time? How did I turn 21 and you didn't have shit for me? How did you tell me when I turn 18 I better figure out something because you going to put me out your house? But you had 18 years to plan for me. And you planned nothing. Cool. Fine. One of the laws of accountability is no one owes you, not even your parents. That's cool. That's fine. So when we apply that law to our life, no judgment, no shade, mama. But as you age, hold your own self down. The same way I'm going to be accountable, I want you to be accountable for not setting me up. Cool. The best thing that you and I can put in, y'all, is an ideal. Because the ideal is the most important seed on the planet. Not getting pregnant. Not having babies. Modern men have completely ran out of ideals. Only thing they can think about is procreation. The act of making the child, his seed going into her womb. That's it. No innovation. No products. No manufacturing. No books. No courses. No drop shipping. No clothes. No glasses. Nothing but consumption. But the same modern men want something off the next man's plate, though, that did birth an ideal. And that ideal is taking shape and becoming something. Something people can use and enjoy. And the rest of the men are sitting on the sidelines with a whole lot of kids and no ideals. I cringe when I hear dudes talk about the meaning of life is procreation. Says who? You would say that. You would say that because that's the highest form of your creativity. So you would say that. Now I showed you all the hotepery that I was on, right? One of the hotep hatred statements that is spoken a lot right now is Black women getting all these abortions. 20 million since the 70s or something, right? Okay. Sir, you get what you put in, right? Okay. Now look at modern ideals that have came from the people that are running their mouth. If you take those 20 million abortions and make them into real life humans right now, what would these same hotep, handkerchief head, crocodile tears, Gregory Hines stepping, Savion Glover, Kevin Samuels wannabe off the rack soup diggers, what would those babies be doing right now? Nothing. Because there ain't no ideals. There's no ideals that are affecting the people here now, living. No plan whatsoever. Because when you are in the permanent underclass, your main power, your highest form of creativity is to have babies. That's it. But who profits from that? You think these people really want to depopulate the world? Why? You're the permanent underclass. It's the lifeblood of the planet. They want more of you. They want more of you. They don't want to stop you from having babies. They want you to continue having babies because your children's blood is the fuel for this engine and this battery. I learned a term recently called epi-eugenics, right? And the reason why they want you to have more children is because of epi-eugenics, to where the children that you're going to give birth to are going to be born with no reason, no critical thinking. They're not going to have the ability to think outside of binary thinking. Your children are going to be born with their brain shut off. Why would they want you to stop having children? First of all, they don't have to live among you. They are far, far, far away from you. But this world is about energy, right? So why would they want you to stop having children? It would be critical mass if you stopped having children. In fact, we know this because what is the conversation now that women are saying, I'd rather be rich, auntie, single, and childish? People are going absolutely crazy. Because the women don't want to give birth no more? Oh, Lord. The system can't handle that. Not just the system. Men that have nothing to offer the planet besides babies also can't handle that. Because he's not thinking about the quality of life of the child. He's thinking about, oh my God, my legacy. Newsflash, everybody. Children ain't legacy based on the definition of legacy. Legacy is things that are passed on to people, and it ain't babies. When you're at the bottom, you make your own damn definitions up. Legacy is not children. Legacy is wills. Legacy is life insurance. Legacy is land. Legacy is trust. That's legacy. In your trust, there's not DNA. There's not babies. But when you don't deal with any kind of power, you have a lot of kids because it makes you feel like life is worth living. But I'm sorry to tell you, legacy has a real definition, and it ain't children. Sorry. All right. Legacy is that life insurance policy that you don't have. One more time. Legacy is the life insurance policy you don't have. Estate planning. That's legacy. And whoever are the heirs to an estate, they get what their forefathers and foremothers put in. If you have nothing right now and you was born that way, it's because nobody put in anything for you to pull from. And you have had children and have not put nothing in. So your children are going to try to pull from someone else's plate. Your children are going to take from someone else because you haven't put anything in. Question. Because our second law of you get what you put in, what have you gotten in from all of your time on the internet? What have you received from your digital footprint? What have you gotten back? Remember, you get what you put in. What have you gotten in? Or what have you received? When you sign on TikTok, IG, Twitter, Facebook, what have you received back from the time that you've put in? Are you in a one-sided relationship with social media? So what you get back from your time on social media is entertainment? But you're somebody's parent? And then when you see your children after school, you have nothing to pour into them because for your day, you spent time on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, playing around. And you have nothing to give them. Question, ask yourself. You know the answer to this. What have you got back from your time on the internet? Because your attention is the seed. So what have you got back? And I know if you're being honest, your answer is very triggering. Many of you listen to people and there's no call to action from the shit that you're listening to. What's the call to action? What can you do with what you're hearing? Was there a book recommendation? Was there an aha moment? Or are you agreeing or listening to people that you agree with, that make you feel comfortable? What do you get? What do you receive? See? It's real when it makes you self-reflect. I don't gotta know the answer. I want you to think about the answer. What we do over here is we hold a mirror up for ourselves. This is about personal development. I don't have to know the answer. Right? The answer is for you. What have you received from the time that you spent on social media? Whatever answer that you have, are you good with that? That's something that you have to come up with. I can't tell you what's important to you. You got to figure that out, ladies and gentlemen. Does the divestment content make you better? Does the manosphere content make you better? What's different about you? Have the people in your life said, wow, you look different? Is your production different? Is your health different? Are you making more money, or are you being entertained? Are you just learning so much info about Dusties? Right? 80% of women file for divorce. What do I do with that information? When I learn how many children are born out of wedlock, okay, what now? What do I do? What do I do, fam? What does that have to do with all the layoffs that are happening in the country? What is my response going to be as China, Russia, India, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, as these superpower countries with resources are coming together? What's my response to that? The internet is still going to work. Cool. I need to figure out how to get rich from the internet. Interest rates are going to go up. Inflation is going to go up. See, I can do something with that info. I can pivot. Right? Facebook is going to have money to pay. Instagram is going to have money to pay. TikTok is going to have money to pay. These social media companies, they're going to have money to pay. You know why? Because advertisers spend money to promote on their platforms. So let me figure out how to do business with billion-dollar companies. So I make money while I'm on social media. Even if it's small money, y'all, as long as it's steady, it don't matter. If it's coming every day, that shit is a plus. But question, what have you gotten back from your time on social media? Remember, you get what you put in. I went to Greece from my time from social media. Know how much that shit costs? Overall, that was a $7,000 trip. Where'd I get the money from being online? Now, some of you say, how? You don't have the views. Because the business of social media, it's not just AdSense. I have 5 ebooks. I have this. One second. 888-565-8734. That's a hotline number. Oh, I'm a smart dude. This the only time you're going to get me to talk for free. You're not going to hit my line and I talk for free. Why? Because I get what I put in. Right? So, full-scale business of social media. Authorship, digital products, hotline, AdSense, super chats, cash apps. Oh, I'm set up if this whole shit collapse. Oh yeah, it's in my favor. If another quarantine come around, oh, I'm good money. I'm set up. I know how to make money from my phone. Why am I saying this? Is it shit talking? Yeah. But another reason is because I get what I put in. And when I don't feel like I'm getting what I put in, I go back to the drawing board. I don't give a damn about 1 million views if it don't give me $1 million. I don't give a damn about Having 100,000, 200,000 followers, if I ain't making $200,000, is you crazy? This shit is about lifestyle. This shit is about scaling. This shit is about doing what you want. And in the game, you are only going to do what you want when you put a seed in. You understand? What are you getting? What are you getting? What do you get from your time on social media? What do you get from your time on the internet? What's the return on investment? Because if you was with a man or a woman and you had the same relationship going on and you spent attention on them and you get nothing in return, wouldn't you say that's a one-sided relationship? Many of you say it's abusive. But how is the relationship that you have with the internet and social media not abusive? Because you give attention to something and get nothing in return unless you are just cool from being entertained. I'm not. I'm heavy on the audiobooks. I'm heavy on the self-help. I'm heavy on the personal development. My digital footprint has to give me two things. I have to make money here and I have to get knowledge and education that I can use to be a better Ken. Because I'm responsible for people. Aren't you responsible for people? Many of you have babies, right? But you spend your time on social media getting nothing in return outside of entertainment. Oh, Tekashi 6ix9ine got knocked out. Let's watch a stream of people clowning him. Shout out to the people that figured out how to create nonsense and foolishness for you to watch. I'm not mad at the dope dealer. It's not supply and demand. Y'all want that shit. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at McDonald's. Y'all like that. I ain't mad at the gossip channels. I ain't mad at Tasha K. Y'all pull up. Y'all like to hear about people's business. You like to hear about someone getting exposed. You like to hear about a hubby and his wife breaking up because he had an outside child. Y'all get off on that. Y'all feel involved. Go ahead. Run it up, Tosh. But the same people that are listening to that content have no life insurance, have no savings, have no investment, have no seed nowhere. Their only seed is that child, right? That is not even prepared for the future. That's their only contribution. The second law of accountability, y'all, is you get what you put in. You get what you put in. You have to ask yourself, am I cool with my life? Am I cool with what I'm giving attention to? Am I cool with this relationship? You got to ask yourself that and keep it a buck. What are you putting in? What are you putting in? Now, if you are putting value in and you're not getting nothing back, but you know for sure that it ain't you, you're putting value into the wrong space. Because you might have all the value. You might have the seed, right? But you might have planted at the wrong time. You might need another field. You might need another man. You might need another woman, new friends, another crew, change of environment. And then you plant that same seed that you had before. Boom! You take off. Some of you are doing everything right. Some of you are doing everything right. The problem is where you putting the seed at. Right? Who is it that you're seeding into? Right? What career are you seeding into? That may be the problem. Right? You get what you put in. But I just want everybody to be accountable for their results. Be accountable for where they put their attention. Be accountable for where they put their time, where they put their words, where they put their body. You can't just I was trying to keep it clean today, but you can't just sleep with a trash dude that got fire pipe. Remember, you get what you put in. If the fire pipe is attached to a trash nigga, you're trash. You get what you put in. She can't have firebox, right? But she's a trash chick. What if you put into that box, you get up with trash? I don't care how it felt. I am talking about the energy surrounding the person that you in your mind said is low quality, but they have a good time. No. All things are connected. See, I used to think like that, right? I used to rock with the baddies that was problematic. And I thought there was a separation between the baddie and the vagina. See, I'm going to show up for the vagina, and I thought that I wasn't getting the woman. Oh, no, I was definitely getting the woman. I thought there was a separation there. But the vagina is attached to something. Right? If she's trash, everything is trash. If he's trash, everything is trash. Didn't during quarantine, during COVID, didn't during that period of time, whole areas were quarantined, even if everybody wasn't sick. See, you don't take that risk, right? See, I want you to think different about everything, because you get what you put in. If that dude is garbage, and according to you, and if she's a jump off, according to you, but you lay down with her. If he's garbage, according to you, but you lay down with him, you get what you put in. So when you wake up and you move around, you are that too. Cool. If you slumming, you slumming. Say that. But as long as you know, same. See, I need you to be honest and say, girl, I was trash that weekend. Be honest. The pipe might be fire, baby. He might hit the bottom crazy. Keep it real though, love. Yeah, he trash. So am I. but I'll be better in 2 weeks. Hey, no judgment. I know. I got a 6-bedroom house and I done hit shit in a Motel 6. Oh, I was trash. I done did shit that don't match my day to day. So I ain't judging you. I'm the homie. We same. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. No judgment. But let's be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we dumpster dive. Cool. But let's not act like it's something that it's not. Right? We want what we want sometimes. We have trash moments, right? And we eat trash, right? And we kick it with trash. And we do trash shit. It be them days of the, certain times of the month. Just, right? No judgment, y'all. No judgment, bro. No judgment, sis. Cool. Happens to the best of them. But come back, though. Get your ass up. Come back home, yo. Don't stay there. Right? You had a trash moment. That don't mean you trash as a person. Get your ass up. Feel guilty about it. Right? Say you ain't gonna do it again, even though you are. I understand. But I need you to come back home and get back on the path. Don't beat yourself up about it. Monday come around, the sun comes up around, and you get an opportunity to try it again and get back on your square. But as long as you know what you're doing, you need to be cognizant and aware when you're being trash, right? So you know how to click the switch to get back, to get your equilibrium back. You understand? And the reason I'm able to chop it up with you like that and keep it real with you like that, because I'm you. I get it. I get it. This is about mirrors, y'all. This is about mirrors. Because I need to be talking to y'all 20 years from now. Same people. But we can't have this relationship and be fake with each other. And I talk to you in a way that I ain't living. Ain't know where you been that I ain't been. Right? Don't stay there. Be accountable. Nobody can hold you accountable. You can only do that. No matter what's going on, I don't care what people say. You can only do that. There isn't a consequence nobody else can give you that outweighs you having knowledge of self, knowing that you were wrong on that you could do better. That feeling, that shame that you have with self, of looking yourself in the mirror, knowing that you're dropping the ball, knowing you're not keeping it 100, knowing that you underperforming, knowing that you lying to yourself. That self-hell, that's accountability. That feeling that you feel in your stomach, knowing that you ain't putting nothing in. Knowing that you're underperforming, knowing that you're off course, knowing that you are not following your dreams and your goals, and you're not keeping a word to yourself. You're not being monogamous to your goals. You so worried about somebody cheating on you, but you cheat on your goals. You cheat on the dream. You cheat on the vision board. You see what I'm saying about seed? Who's cheating? She's cheating. He's cheating. Man, half of y'all are not even on your New Year's resolution. That's the most important monogamy you can ever do. Not somebody only fucking on you. That's the highlight of your life. Somebody saying, I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of your life. That's your shit. What do you get out of that? What do you get knowing that a man is all yours? Fuck a man. The earth produces men. What do you get, fam? Having vagina all to yourself. What do you get? There's a bigger ROI, you being monogamous to the things you said you was gonna do for yourself. Go to school, lose weight, make more money, have a budget, learn a new skill. See, when you being monogamous to that, you can take it anywhere. Fuck a dude, fuck a chick. Y'all so stuck on relationships. Oh my God, a man. Oh my God, a woman. That's the highlight of your life? That's all? Knowing somebody is just exclusive with your funky ass. That's it, yo? What world am I on? Who are these people? You're gonna be dead one day. And that's the highlight of your life. Yeah, you gotta be with just me. Why? Because I don't share. Yes, you do. You share God with people. What's more intimate than that? You share Jesus. You share shit. The things you need to keep to yourself, you don't. Like your plans, you talk too much. Like your dreams, you tell it to everybody, then they kill your shit. What we doing? You get what you put in. Raise your ceiling. Raise your ceiling. Raise your audacity to dream about something bigger than being married. Oh my God. Ugh. Real talk. When do you ever, in the history of ever, see a man and be like, damn, he look good. I bet he married? Never. You know he married from his belly. When do you ever see a woman and be like, damn, sis look right. I bet she's married? Never. Married people look trash most of the time. You ever hang out with married couples? How do people look? Do they look like they used to look? No. Unless they got some money for real, where they can snip in places. But the average married couple looks fucking trash. I'll say it, because I be around married couples. Trash. Everybody done lost the step. A lot of us just want the shit to want it. Keep it real. What does your eyes tell you? A woman looks her best when she don't got no man. Let's keep it real. Not when she has a man. She looks her best. She's glowing when she's dating. The moment she gets married, she looks her worst. But I'm going to pretend we're going to keep on living this lie that we are doing shit. Am I telling you don't get in a relationship? No. I'm telling you there's a seed that you can plant that is bigger than all of that. That's small. How do you know it's small? Because if you're an unmarried woman, what does a man say? But do you got a man? No. That's how you know it's small. They don't ask you, do you got money? They ask you, do you got a man? They don't ask you where you been. They ask you, but do you got a man though? How small is that? A man? A man? What's special about that? Men don't even like men. Men kill men. So how is that special? Men don't value men. So why is that so special to have a man when men don't like men? How do we know? Down for my niggas, but fuck them other niggas. Down for my niggas, but fuck them other niggas. I'm down for my niggas, but fuck them other niggas. Don't Drake got a song called No Broke Boys, No Broke Boys, No Broke Boys? Ain't that shitting on men? Didn't T.I. say, go get it, I'll buy it. Tell the mother broke jokers be quiet. Who he talking to? Men. What's special about men again? And then that same man, here's, yeah, I'm from a different planet. So that same man will work 80 hours just to have exclusive rights to a woman's vagina? I am so different. You mean to tell me in exchange for that, I'm going to put my body on the line? I'm going to put my health on the line? I'm going to put my everything on the line just so I can be the only one that has access to your body part? Never. Do what you want with it, love. It ain't mine. Share it with me when you feel like it. I don't care. I don't care. I'd rather have the woman than the vagina. What does that mean, Ken? Her mind. I'm trying to do some things out here. Hey, sis. A woman telling me what she thinks about what I got going on is more important than her vagina. Ooh, never heard a man say that, huh? I don't care. Ken, what if another man hits your woman? That's between them. You don't have nothing on me. What am I supposed to be like? That's mine. I will go at you if you do something to her mind. I'm different. Y'all stuck on body parts. I want the mind. Because the woman's mind can say, damn, Ken, nah, you could do it like this. And that small suggestion from sis can open up a new season for me. And you niggas can't think past pussy. Yeah, I'm from a different planet. Second law of accountability. You get what you put in. And that's why most guys will be average. Most guys will always be average. Why? Because the highlight of the majority of men's existence is exclusive rights to a woman's vagina. Small dreams. Terrible dreams. That don't make me better. I'd rather have a woman's attention. Because women pay attention to detail. Women have ideals. Women know what smells good and what looks good. You get what you put in. I ask women, what do you think? Sounds trivial, right? Sounds simple, right? Wrong. You get what you put in. That question of asking a woman what she thinks is the reason why I don't have work history. Is the reason why I will never work for nobody in my life. Me asking a woman what she thinks is the reason my entire life opened up. Just asking a woman what she thinks about something. That's my secret weapon, dudes. Want to know my secret weapon? Asking a woman what she thinks and being shut up and learn her talk. Ooh. I just gave you the game. What's my secret power? My secret power is women tell me what they think. I ask women, hey, what can I do to be better? Give it to me raw. What am I doing wrong? You're worried about that you had sex with her. And you get what you put in. That simple question has gave me a life that my father never lived, that my mother never lived. People from my high school aren't living. By asking women, hey sis, hey, let me ask you, yo, what about this? What about that? Boom, 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 boom. And shutting up and listening. Coming to a woman as a student. I want you dudes to not care about women's education. Please. Because that's more convo for me. Please. Please keep saying that. Please don't care about the PhDs. So I can have PhD homegirls. And as y'all saying that, I'm going to keep doing this. Boop. 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 Because the real secret of all secrets is a woman's superpower is not her birthing children. It's a man giving her a seed, an ideal for her to birth.
I done made money, lost it, and made it back again. I done took major losses in the game. You get the benefit from my losses. I sat with some of the realest people that ever walked this planet. You get the benefit from that. See, when I'm talking, man, I'm not one of these niggas, man, that didn't get it out the mud. I'm not freestyling. I'm not speculating. This is raw and authentic. This is the game that you apply ASAP and it change your life, and people see a difference in you. People say, wow, look at her. Wow, look at him. Man, whatever they doing, man, it must be working, because damn, they look better. Damn, they sound better. They moving better. Well, that ain't free. You got to pay for it just like I had to pay for it. Put the money on the wood. Respect the game.